family, Pren here with another video. This one I want to talk a little bit about bridge officers. Bridge officers to me are a very important part of any build. I'm all about the mindset of every little bit counts, so let's just go right into it. So we're going to focus on space for this, but this does apply to ground as well. The main factor with your bridge officers, besides the cool looking ones or whatever, is their traits. So if you look over to the right there, you will see that this bridge officer has 4 traits. Most bridge officers have 4 traits. It's just a matter of what kind of traits they have. So the ones that are most sought after, in my opinion, are the Romulan ones, specifically for their superior Romulan operative trait. This trait, if you look, it gives a bonus to crit chance and severity, and if you want to get all sneaky and stuff, some reduced cloak cooldown, which is nice. The reason why this is sought after, it obviously helps with damage, but this trait in specific stacks with others. So if you have, this guy over here, he has the superior Romulan operative trait as well. This does actually stack. And you could see that if you tab over to your stats when you're in a space, you can actually see your severity and your chance raise. With that being said, that trait is really, really nice. Most Romulans, most Remans have them. Some of them do not. Like this one here does not. But it also has other traits. So we're going to talk a little bit about Subterfuge and Infiltrator. These by themselves do not stack. So if you have Subterfuge and you have another bridge officer with Subterfuge, they do not stack. With that being said, there are 3 different versions of Subterfuge and Infiltrator. There is, Subterfuge or just Infiltrator. Then there is also Basic Subterfuge or Infiltrator. And then there is Superior Subterfuge or Infiltrator. So if you have, let's see, alright, so we have Superior Subterfuge on this bridge officer here. And we just have Subterfuge, and you can actually see the stack. So that does work. Again, most Reman and Romulans, they have these nice little space traits. We're not going to go too much into ground. I'm not really that specialized in making a team for ground. I've never really had the time or needed to. But yeah, so the Romulan and Remans are pretty much the go-tos for me. I'll definitely load up on them most of all. Another one, or another couple, is our Nausicaan over here, which you can get from completing Diplomacy rank 6, and then you could claim it from the Ambassador right next to that, the dude that runs ESD. I don't know, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's over there. So this one is the Pirate trait, bonus damage and perception. I know that, a couple months ago, something happened. There was a nerf as far as the perception, or something got changed. But I still use them and have great results with them. So the other one that has the pirate trait is our lovely Mr. Potato Head, otherwise known as the Hierarchy Bridge Officer. Again, with the pirate trait, very good. There's also the superior efficiency down there, which is nice. But while we're on the topic of this particular bridge officer, this one you get through a mission. I can't remember which one, just look it up on the STO wiki. Once you are awarded bridge officers, whether it be you're going through the tutorial playthrough and you get Elisa Flores or whoever your faction is, I would be very cautious as far as dismissing your bridge officers. So on my old main, years ago, I dismissed this guy. I didn't know anything about pirate trade or anything. And then I learned about it and tried getting him and ran the mission again, and it will not be awarded. You cannot reclaim dismissed bridge officers in any way. So I went as far as to submitting a ticket to Cryptic, and they pretty much replied with SOL, buddy. And yeah, so it was my fault. Obviously this is a new character, new main for me, so I was able to get this guy. So yeah, just be careful. Some of the other ones you could have, there's holographic Wayoon here, which is really, really nice for the astrophysicist trait. Great for science builds, boost to EPG, all that stuff, and that's the goal, right? To maximize that. The other bridge officer that shares this astrophysicist trait is our holographic Spock. You can find that in the Muds market. Do not run out and pay full price for it, please. You would be, I won't judge, but you won't see me doing it. Best case, wait for the sale. Wait for a huge, huge sale to be able to buy that. Again, it's only a little bit, but every little bit matters. If you notice, I have multiple Romulan and Remans of different careers being your tech, science, and engineering. So I like to have them all spread out and everything, and having different variants of the subterfuge and the infiltrator is very nice to have. Another bridge officer, I mean, there's a couple. The efficient is nice. I'm not sure if these stack or not. I never really played around with them. I don't feel the need to. There are other traits that are much better. Our watchers, these are new, and their trait is awesome. Again, with the crit chance and crit severity increase, very, very nice. You just have to watch that these traits do not stack. Great trait, but they do not stack. Going up, let's see. Here we go. So our Lucari. This is probably one of my favorite duty officer or bridge officers. I used to run all my seats as Lucari. Very, very nice to have. They have 3 space traits. Now, most of the time you're going to find either bridge officers have all ground, a mix of space. At the most, I think this is the highest amount of space traits you can have for a bridge officer. I've done a lot of research, looked everywhere, and this is pretty much it right here. The leadership trait is very, very nice, but the restorative proto-mayor specialist is really, really nice. Again, you're going to be doing some great healing, and these do stack. I just found that, as I progressed and everything, I'm not really needing to heal as much, so I would like more damage. But I will show you guys how to get these, where they are, and everything else. Alright, so for a Romulan and Remans, you could just go to your fleet embassy and get them there, but there's a better way to do it, a much more cost-effective way to do it as well. If you guys go to New Romulus, which is in our beta quadrant here, we go to New Romulus, and we head down to the command center. We can actually select what type of bridge officer we want, whether it be careers, stuff like that. So we'll go down to the command center. Alright, we will head over here. Run. Simple person, I see some, oh, nope, wrong faction. Okay. So we head over to right here, and we want to go into the far corner office, all the way back here. So, again, I find that this is the most efficient way to get your Reman and Romulan bridge officers. So we click, and we go to the store. So we can choose between engineer, science, and tactical, and we also have ones that are already specialized. So those that are just starting out, that find that 500,000 EC for a specialization manual is too much. We've all been there, and it is when you're first starting out. That's a lot of EC. But if you want to save on that, this is a great way to do it. So if you look, we have the 15% discount. That's because we are a level 85 fleet. We got Armada boosts and all this other stuff. So you will get a discount. Obviously, these all cost dilithium, but it's better than those that want to solo and not be in a fleet, stuff like that, or maybe they don't have access to their fleet stores. This is a great alternative to that. I find that 200 dilithium is a drop in the hat for these type of bridge officers. So again, you could get specialized ones and everything else. Really, really nice way to get these. All right, so obviously, to add on to this, it will be random as far as their traits. Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to all come with space traits. You're not going to find one with just ground. I don't think I ever pulled one like that. I could be wrong, but yeah, they're going to be random. So if you're really looking for a complete set, meaning you want all of them to have superior Romulan operative, and then you want to mix up your infiltrators and subterfuge with your basic and superior variants, it might take a little bit. You might have to buy a couple, dismiss a couple, stuff like that. But again, what I did was I just bought one of each, and yeah, that worked out for me. All right, so let's go back to our ship, and we'll head over to the colony world, which is where you get your Lucari bridge officers. Again, I find that Lucari bridge officers, they are really, really good if you're just starting out. You need that healing. So we will go here. Where am I? There I am. All right. So if you do not have transwarp to get to the fleet holding over on the colony world, all that, it is in the Alpha Quadrant north of Badlands, all that stuff. But yeah, so again, you do need a fleet to be able to actually buy these. Alright, so with Power of A, I had to kind of edit so you didn't have to tolerate that long wait screen. Even on PS5, new instances will always have a long wait time. So we're going to head up here, and we're going to go get our bridge officers. So we go up these stairs here. We turn over here, a little loop-de-loo. And if you look over here, this guy right here, recruitment officer. Alright, so there are two different types of bridge officers here. There's your Kentari and your Lucari. I never found a need for the Kentari ones. Lucari ones are definitely where it's at. So you have some basic skills here and everything, or traits here, and then you have your skills on the bottom. You could, get male, female, all that stuff. But again, we're going after this because of all those nice traits. I'm sure I missed a bunch of other bridge officers. I think the Cardassian is nice. The Jem'Hadar ones, the select Jem'Hadar ones, those are also nice. But again, these are pretty much my go-tos, and I hope that this helps in some way and clarifies some misconceptions on bridge officers and stacking and all that stuff. So if you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe it, all that good stuff, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.